Rain clouds covered the evening sky above Port Harcourt while cold winds pushed against the giant glass windows of the billionaire mansion. Inside the house, silence ruled everywhere. Chief Endren had traveled to Abuja for an important business meeting, leaving only his daughter Chioma, his wife Anita, and the workers inside the mansion. Chioma returned home early from school that evening after one of her lecturers failed to show up. As she entered the sitting room quietly, she noticed something strange. Laughter. A man's laughter. Deep. Unfamiliar. Immediately, she froze. Her father was not home. So who was inside Anita's bedroom? Carefully, Chioma removed her shoes and climbed the staircase slowly. The laughter continued. Then Anita's soft voice entered her ears. Endren must never find out. Fear tightened inside Chioma's chest. The bedroom door remained slightly open. And through the opening, she saw everything. A tall handsome man sat comfortably on Chief Endren's bed with one arm around Anita's waist. Wine bottles stood on the table beside them while Anita laughed happily. Happier than Chioma had ever seen before. Then the man smiled coldly. Soon all this wealth will belong to us. Chioma stepped backward in shock. Suddenly Anita turned toward the door. Their eyes met instantly. The smile disappeared from Anita's face. Chioma, she whispered nervously. The man stood up slowly. Tall, dark, dangerous. His expensive suit looked perfect, but his eyes carried something terrifying. Who is she? He asked calmly. My stepdaughter, Anita replied. The man smirked. So this is Endren's precious daughter. Fear entered Chioma immediately. You're cheating on my father, she whispered shakily. Anita rushed toward her quickly. Keep your voice down. Chioma pulled away angrily. How long has this been happening? The strange man laughed softly. Long enough. Then his face changed completely. Cold. Dangerous. You should have minded your business. Thunder shook the mansion violently outside. At that exact moment, a loud car horn echoed through the compound. Anita gasped. Endren is back. Panic exploded inside the room. Chioma immediately turned to run downstairs. But the man grabbed her tightly. She screamed loudly. Leave her, Anita shouted nervously. But the man covered Chioma's mouth immediately. If she talks, everything is over. Chioma struggled desperately while tears rolled down her face. Then Anita whispered the words that destroyed everything. Lock her inside the secret room. Chioma's body went cold instantly. The man dragged her toward a giant bookshelf beside the wall. He pressed something hidden behind the books. Click. The bookshelf moved slowly. Behind it stood a dark hidden room. Chioma stared at Anita in horror. You knew about this. Anita looked away silently. Moments later, Chioma disappeared into darkness as the secret door closed. Downstairs, Chief Endren's voice echoed through the mansion. Anita. The next morning, panic covered the billionaire mansion. Chioma was missing. Workers searched every corner while Chief Endren shouted angrily in confusion. Where is my daughter? Anita pretended to cry helplessly. I don't know. She was in her room last night. But hidden behind her tears was fear. Hours later, the mansion received a terrifying phone call demanding billions for Chioma's release. Chief Endren agreed immediately. Chioma was his only daughter. Nothing mattered more than her. Private security men delivered the money exactly as instructed. But Chioma never returned. Then one terrible night, a black vehicle stopped quietly outside the mansion gates. Two men stepped out and dropped something wrapped in cloth. Before disappearing into darkness. Moments later, a security guard screamed loudly. Chief Endren rushed outside barefoot. Then his world shattered completely. Chioma lay motionless on the cold ground. The mighty billionaire collapsed beside his daughter in tears. My daughter. That night, something inside Chief Endren died forever. Weeks passed. Police investigations found nothing. No evidence. No suspects. No answers. But late one night, while sitting alone inside his bedroom, Endren remembered the hidden room behind the bookshelf. Slowly, he opened it and entered the darkness. Inside, beneath an old cupboard, he found a phone. Chioma's phone. Quickly, he charged it and unlocked it. Inside the gallery was a video recorded the night Chioma disappeared. With shaking hands, Endren pressed play. Chioma appeared on the screen crying heavily inside the hidden room. Dad, she whispered fearfully. I saw Anita with another man. His name is Victor. They're planning to take everything. Endren's breathing became heavy. They locked me inside this room. Dad, I'm scared. Suddenly loud footsteps echoed through the video. Chioma panicked immediately. Then the secret door opened violently. Victor's angry voice thundered across the room. Who are you talking to? The phone fell sideways. The screen turned black. Silence filled the room completely. For the first time since Chioma's death, pure rage entered Chief Endren's eyes. The next morning, he behaved normally. Too normally. He allowed Anita to comfort him. He smiled weakly. He acted broken. And Anita relaxed. Days later, Endren announced another business trip to Abuja. But secretly, he remained nearby watching the mansion through hidden cameras. That same night, Victor returned. Inside the bedroom, Anita laughed happily in his arms. She suspects nothing, Victor said proudly. Endren watched silently from the cameras. Then he gave one simple order. Clear the mansion. All workers were sent away quietly. The gates locked automatically, and the billionaire mansion became a trap. After midnight, the bedroom door opened slowly. Victor woke up in shock. Too late. Endren's men surrounded him immediately. Anita screamed loudly as Victor was dragged downstairs. Hours later, the truth finally came out. Everything. The affair. The kidnapping. The plan for Endren's wealth. The betrayal. Even worse, Victor confessed Anita never intended to remain loyal to Endren. She only wanted the money, he admitted fearfully. That night, the last piece of humanity inside Chief Endren disappeared forever. Weeks later, news spread across Lagos that Victor's body had been found abandoned by the roadside. As for Anita, the world believed she died in a terrible accident. A burial was organized, but the coffin was empty. Because beneath the billionaire mansion, Anita remained trapped inside the secret room. Years passed. Then one day, a beautiful young woman named Vanessa entered Endren's company for a job interview. The moment Endren saw her, he froze. She looked exactly like his late first wife. Slowly, he fell in love again. Soon, Vanessa became the new woman of the billionaire mansion. But strange things began immediately. The workers feared speaking. The mansion felt cold and heavy. And every single night, Vanessa heard faint crying sounds beneath the mansion floors. One night, curiosity pushed her too far. While walking through one of the hidden hallways, an old worker grabbed her arm fearfully. "Madam, stop now if you value your life." Vanessa's heart pounded heavily. What is happening in this house? The worker trembled badly. Never asked questions about the past. Fear entered Vanessa's heart instantly. Because deep beneath the luxurious billionaire mansion, darkness was still alive. Later that night, Endren ordered Vanessa to stop working and give him children. She agreed nervously. But secretly, fear entered her heart. Because deep inside, she sensed darkness inside the billionaire mansion. And unknown to Endren, Vanessa secretly avoided getting pregnant. The mansion remained silent, cold, filled with fear. And somewhere beneath the luxurious floors of the billionaire mansion, a forgotten woman still cried in darkness every single night.